Hello and welcome to Mickey Art. My name's Michelle Edhouse, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this amazing Christmas cracker from scraps, from random bits of stuff around your house. The only thing that I bought special for this was the cracker pop things that go in the middle. So hey, come join me, have fun, and let's get started. Alright, so what are we going to need for this project? First off, you're going to need some empty toilet rolls. You can use old kitchen towel rolls or anything, or you can even make your own rolls out of cardboard that you have lying around. Whatever works for you. Toilet paper rolls work for me. Nobody in my household has been sick for a very long time. That could be, you know, my choice. That's what we're using. I popped into a local craft store. I went into AJ's where I buy my paint from, and they had these Christmas cracker pulls, and this is the only thing that I have bought brand new for this project. I haven't worked out how to make them myself yet, so stay tuned in case I do. Hit that subscribe button. Anyway, the other things you're going to need are some paper, whatever that is for you, something that you would like to use to cut up and decorate both your headbands and your crackers with. These here are my acrylic pour skins as we know them, but these are poured on cardboard, so they've got a bit more strength than a standard skin does. And as you can see, I've already cut the main part out and made a greeting card out of it. Made a decoration out of this piece. So, but we've still got stuff left. We can still use that. Could probably get another greeting card out of that. Let me have a look. Oh yeah, probably I could actually. I might put that one aside for later. If you haven't seen my greeting card video, then please just jump down into the description below. I have a video on how I do those, so jump down there and have a check out. So as you can see, I've got a whole range of different colors, and I can be creating all sorts with these bits and pieces, and I've got a pile of other stuff if I haven't got enough. But what I'm showing you here today is what I plan to be creating with my family on Christmas Eve. We're getting together tomorrow night, and we don't have any family traditions for Christmas Eve, so we thought we'd make one. And we're going to make our own crackers. So it's my job to put together a way to do this, and I'll be sending them the link to this video so they know what they're doing tomorrow. What else have I got? I've got a marker. This depends on what you're planning to do inside. I'm going to be using this as one of my little bits to go with the cracker. I've also got some scrap material. This is an old red t-shirt. It's just it's actually my old painting t-shirt. Let's show you the inside. Look at that. Well, the outside normally. I've worked my hands on this when painting. So scissors, both paper scissors and fabric scissors, and some double-sided sticky tape is what I'm going to use. You can use glue or you know, fabric glue or whatever you want to use. Up to you really. But let's get started. So first up, we're going to make some ribbing and some cording and some banding and stuff out of the t-shirt. I've chosen red because, you know, red depicts Christmas. If you're doing Hanukkah, you could do blue or whatever, silver, whatever colors you've got. But basically, to me, it's about using up the stuff that you've already got available and just making this a recycle type of project. So I'm just folding it in half long ways, just so that we can just cut down on the level of cutting required. And I'm just going to even that off so that we've got even strips all the way along. Now there's two different things I'm going to be doing with this. One is tying the paper around the end of the, what's this thing called? Toilet roll holder. Toilet roll. Just to make it into that traditional cracker shape. The other thing is to make headbands to replace the traditional paper paper hats. Now you could make your own paper hats, absolutely. The one thing I usually hate about paper hats is that they never fit anyone. My husband and my oldest son have got abnormally large heads, and we've had young people in our home and in my sister's home for many years, and we still have them in my brother-in-law's families, and they have small heads, and those gigantic hats that come in the crackers are always too big. So I'm just cutting these bands, and you can make these whatever size you like. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough t-shirt for this, but anyway, let's try give it a go. Me, Glenn, Aidan, Damien, Mum. I need 4 more for my sister's family. Let's wonder if Anya's coming. Maybe I'll do an extra one in case Anya's coming for this part of the day. It's my nephew's girlfriend. 1. So what did I say? 5 plus 5. Now, these are, well, they are bands, and could wrap them round and put them on twice, but I'm actually just going to cut one of these seams open. Now, t-shirt material is great because it doesn't fray. This will go on forever, and we'll leave that center seam on that piece in order to give it a little bit of stability for the next step. So let's clear those out of the way, and we'll come back to cutting more of that t-shirt in a minute. So we've got a headband, and you know, if you're doing it a lot more neatly than me, you may have noticed that there was creases and you were cutting funny shapes, but hey, that's the funny shapes of Christmas, right? We can call them that. So what we need now is just something pretty, because what I'm seeing is we tie these around our heads, but you have something fun on the front. So that's where our little bits of card come in, and you can cut whatever shapes you like. I'm going to move my material scissors out of my hand reach so that I don't end up you could cut Christmas trees, stars, Christmas bauble shapes, whatever you want to cut, just something to stick pretty on the front. I'm just going to cut a triangle because it was already basically a triangle, and do that, and then we have our Christmas tree to stick on there. So like, this doesn't have to be perfect, guys. What if it was about the fun that you can have? So how do you attach that? Well, it depends how long you're planning on wearing them. You know, something like fabric glue would be great. The double-sided sticky tape would definitely do the trick for a short period of time. The one thing I will recommend that you look at when you are choosing your shapes and your sizes is how big is your toilet roll hole. And that bottom of that tree, you can just see it will just fit. Just go in. So once that's glued on there, we bundle all this up behind it, shove it into the hole, and the cool thing about these is if it's a little bit too thin, you can just widen it a little bit by just squeezing it and making an oval. I'm going to stuff that in there. I haven't glued it together, but that's okay, we can do that later. Next thing I've got for you is a joke. Why was the turkey in the pop group? Because he was the only one with drumsticks. Ba-dum-bum. That's what I've done. You know, you've got your hat in there, you've got your joke in there, you've got, next thing we've got to do is put the banger in there. You've got, some people would say, why don't you put the banger in last? For me, it's because in a normal situation, yes, I would agree, but with the big wad of material in there, you've got to find the way in. So there we have it. And one of the things that I've found, sorry about the zoom in, let me zoom back out again. One of the things I've found with homemade is it always pays to put some tape on one end just to hold it there so it doesn't fall out if that is going to be a problem. So just get a little bit of sticky tape, just enough, doesn't need to be much, and stick that down just like that. Okay, so we've got the hat, the joke, the bang. Now you can put in there whatever you would like as a little toy. Obviously be aware sometimes these things pop apart really hard, so you know, do something that is just maybe a little light on the hitting people on the head thing. I'm actually not going to put anything else in there. On the Christmas ones, I've got some scratchy, you know, scratch to win type cards. That is part of my gift to the family, so that's what I'm going to be adding to each of those. So the next step is the paper. Okay, so I've got a sheet of my desk pad, which is what I normally have under my paintings, but you know, you can use any form of paper. In fact, what we're going to be doing is after we're going to get them to this stage tomorrow night, and then after we have opened, our process on a Christmas morning is to get up once everybody's up and has a glass of champagne with a strawberry in it, maybe some peach schnapps for those that prefer, and the kids sparkling grape juice. You know, gotta include the kids. How can you include the kids? Sparkling grape juice. Once everybody's got a drink, we then all sit down and have open presents and share some love. That's the first thing we do in the morning, hence why we're going over, I'm not cutting very straight, on Christmas Eve, so that we can be there for that. And then after we've opened the presents, then there's some messing around in the kitchen, getting things done, and then moving on to brunch, which is our family. This is my family, not my husband's family. That's totally different protocol on that year. We do turnabouts. But my family, that's how we do it. So there we go. We've got this big piece of paper. It is wider than... Oh, so finishing the conversation. So while those that are sorting out the kitchen are sorting out the kitchen, the rest of them are going to be taking the Christmas wrapping paper and wrapping up these so that we can have them on the brunch table. So we've got the length right. Now there's lots of ways you can do this. You can leave it as a big piece of paper, but I don't know about you. Have you ever tried to build a piece of paper apart? It's pretty full on. You can, if you've got one of those funky pattern marking wheels, it's lots of pins, you could create a dotted line either on where the tie is going to be or through the middle or somewhere like that, or you can do what I've seen in the supermarkets these days. You know, they're wrapped in cardboard, but what they've got is they've got these slits so that the bits can collapse in easily. So that's what I'm going to do, because it's something that you can all do with real ease. So first up, we need to know how much we need, and we only really need to cover, go around once. So I'm just going to mark that there and cut a line through there. By the power vested in me, ta-da! Now you can do this with breadboards, you can do this with a proper cutting mat, you can do this however you like. For me, I'm going to get my little knife blade, if I can find it. And just, first of all, what I need to do is mark on here roughly with a pencil where this is going to go, so that I'm not cutting into that space. We're also going to need to have something, so a bit of gap there. So I'm just going to, oh, you know what would work? Fold that into the middle. That's a noisy airplane. Fold that into the middle. This is going to be even easier. I don't need to find my blade. And I can see my little lines through there. If I folded it the other way, it would have been even easier. But I'm just going to and you can do them as far apart or as close as you like, and do the other end as well, and ta-da! So there we have our cut paper. Super easy. And I've gone and done this the wrong way around. You know, if I'd folded it so that the marks that I drew were on the outside, like that, then we can just roll this up. And this is where our double-sided sticky tape comes in. You could use just normal sticky tape and just pop a little bit there, which is what I'm going to do because I don't have a dispenser for my double-sided sticky tape. Going to pop that there. Then, watch how easy this is. We need a little bit of tie, and this is just a little bit of the offcut. Remember when I tidied up that t-shirt edge? This is the cool thing. Look how thin that is, but yet it's still got some strength in that. So just going to pop that under there, around that folded part, and tighten it up. Not enough strength, obviously. Let's go for a bigger bit. You could use string, you know, after you've tied the turkey's legs together, the bits that come off the end. Whatever works for you. You don't need a lot, guys. Why have I still got my cutting board under there? I never actually used that cutting board, did you? Did I? No. Creating on the fly. How does it get any better? Now, just notice that that is starting to fall out. So just poke that back in there. And I mean, if you wanted to, you could use pretty paper, you could use pretty ribbon, you could use purchased sticky bits. You can really do whatever you like here, guys. It is totally your creation. This is your creation. Cut out some funky fang-dangled bit and stick it on the outside. So this is where the double-sided sticky tape's good. Sticky tape. Sticky tape, Michelle. Anyone would think I'd been in the eggnog. Let me know in the comments how many of you drink eggnog. I think I've tried it once in my life, so it's not that big a thing here in New Zealand, with it being summer. Anyway, there we go. There it is. And we have our completed Christmas cracker. Let's see if it works. Ready? Steady. Yay! I won! How does it get any better than that? And of course, you know, there's your question and your hat, which I didn't glue together, if you remember, which is why it's falling apart. And hey, you know, that looks great around someone's head. So there we are, my dear friends. I've had fun creating this with you. If you don't know any jokes, do what I did and Google Christmas cracker jokes. There are sites that have the worst jokes ever, the best jokes ever, the ones for 2019, dad Christmas jokes, the list goes on. So if you find a good site, please, please, please share it in the comments below so we can all find really good sites with jokes. And I look forward to celebrating Christmas with my family. I would normally have a video posted on Christmas Day. That's not going to happen this year, sorry. But what, because it's a Wednesday, I'm not doing a video on Wednesday. I might at some random point in the day gather my family together and say wish you Merry Christmas via the what's that thing called? Live. But it's not going to be a big long chat and say hi and all that stuff. It's just going to be us popping in, saying Merry Christmas. So if you want to see what I'm creating in the future and actually come and play with me on a live stream painting, we've got one coming up towards the end of this year. So hit the subscribe button, join my email list to get a heads up as to when it's coming, or maybe, just maybe, head on over to patreon.com/MickeyR and become a patron and join me not only via YouTube but on the live video stream, so you can actually talk to me and give me your opinions, tell me what to do with the painting, what colours and all that stuff in your own words. I look forward to playing with you again super soon, guys. There are more videos coming before the end of the year as well as that live stream, so I adore you, have fun, and I'll see you super soon. Bye bye.